Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 1,858 of What You Have to Now, documenting the journey as I originally transitioned from the brick and mortar corporate world of business to the online world of business. Today we're talking about, in the annual challenge, the Get Your Goals annual challenge, heart walls and action plans and action steps and strategies for getting goals that we want to achieve in the emotional well-being area and aspect of our life. We talked about heart walls a lot and shared my personal experience with that because I had never heard of them until I had a sudden cardiac arrest in 2010. And then as I was learning and trying to figure out what the heck happened to me and what I needed to do differently in my life since I survived that experience, what I had to do and what I was going to have to learn and who I was going to have to become in order to make sure that something like that didn't happen to me again. And that's where I discovered and learned about Dr. Bradley Nelson's work on a tele-summit, or not, it wasn't even a tele-summit, it was just a tele-seminar. A gentleman by the name of Darius Barazante back in 2011. We didn't have all the video conferencing and all the video things and Zoom things that we've had since the pandemic. Everything was pretty much still just audio when it came to the internet. And so you would listen to and do audio teleseminars and things and listen to those. And one was Dr. Bradley Nelson, and he talked about heart walls, emotion code, emotional trapping emotions and things like that. And I learned a lot. Bought his book, took a course and did some work with him on clearing heart walls and things, and I found it a fascinating topic. It was something very different than anything I'd ever experienced before. But coming out of a sudden cardiac arrest, and sudden cardiac arrest, another name for that is broken heart syndrome. So obviously I had created a heart wall from that event and that trauma, and I needed to clear that so that I could have the relationships I wanted to have and the emotional bandwidth to handle and connect with people on a level that I wanted to. Following that event and other things that had happened in my life that had created this heart wall to form. So really interesting topic. If it's anything you're interested in, I highly recommend The Emotion Code, his book, his work. It's, like I said, for an engineer and someone that I consider myself so rational, yet we're all emotional beings. We're talking about that a lot in the challenge this month because we're focusing on the emotional areas and aspect of the life framework. So along with that, we're setting goals, since our focus for this year's challenge is getting your goals, getting what you want. We're taking each area of the life framework and we're breaking down, we're making sure that we go through the process of creating the goals that we want to achieve in our emotional well-being, our physical well-being, etc., all the different areas. So this month we're focusing on emotions, and today's step was to come up with the action plans and just the overarching strategy, at least 3 things for each of the goals that we've selected in the emotional area and aspect of our life, to help us start detailing out and planning how we're going to achieve those things by the end of this year. And our goals, our time frame was, this is our goals to achieve it within this year concerning our emotional well-being. Our idiom today, to kind of go along with that, but maybe not necessarily, but it goes with goals, is to get a grip. Now, getting a grip, I get a grip on a lot of things, but I like this idiom. I shared a bunch, probably 15 or so different ways to get a grip on ourselves and on our business as we're growing and building and supersizing our business for that particular idiom today. It just means to get a handle on things, to pay attention, to put effort into something that we want to create. And so I think it's a great idiom. I guarantee I have been told, get a grip, Sharon, and I've told people, hey, get a grip, meaning get control of your emotions, get control of the situation, get control of yourself and how you're dealing with the situation, right? Because that's usually the most important thing. So that's it. That's all I've got today with respect to content. I'm mapping out next month's content for the annual challenge, and I've got a framework for it, but I'm not 100% satisfied with it yet. So that means I'm always tweaking and improving it as I go along. Just like this month's content, I had it mapped out, but I've totally changed it this last week of the month because I wanted to make sure we were very, very clear on the process we're using to set and achieve our emotional goals. And we'll do the same thing for each area and aspect of our life, because I don't want there to be any confusion over what we're doing and how we're doing it and why we're doing it as we're going through the annual challenge. All right, if I can help you in any way, if you have any questions, hit me up. Otherwise, I will be with you tomorrow. Have an awesome day.